Project Gemini is a outer space horror movie that deals with the Earth basically on the verge of extinction due to a plant virus that is killing all of the plants on Earth. With the recent discovery of a sphere that allows for interstellar travel, scientists and astronauts decide to use the sphere on a planet in another galaxy and try to terraform it. Well, something ends up happening during their interstellar jump and they end up at an unknown location. With no going back, as this was the last opportunity for Earth's salvation, the crew decides to land on this unknown planet. And on the way to descend to the planet, something goes wrong with their ship and they end up getting stuck on the planet. So they decide to use the sphere to terraform this planet. During this time, they find out that there was a life form aboard their ship that caused their hyperjump error and the malfunctions with the descending ship to the planet. So basically, the rest of the movie is just this alien life form terrorizing and murdering the crew. And at the end, there is a crazy plot twist that wraps this whole movie up perfectly. So my review of Project Gemini, it has some pretty good special effects of CGI, but it's also a 2022 movie, so I don't expect those to be too bad. Story was kind of bland in the beginning, and near the end when we find out the big plot twist, which, spoilers, is that they actually didn't travel through space, they actually went back 4 billion years in the past, and that unknown planet wasn't some random planet, it was actually just Earth. And that sphere is what basically creates all of humanity going forward. So it's kind of like a time loop thing. I thought that was pretty crazy. Now, a lot of the dialogue in this movie I thought was pretty bad, just writing wise, and on top of the fact that I'm pretty sure this is a Russian film and everybody in it was Russian, and I'd rather if them just spoke Russian and then it have like the subtitles at the bottom. I'd rather have like that. Instead, it was in English and it just sounded off. It was pretty bad. So with that being said, my rating for Project Gemini would be a 5.5. It was pretty bland in the beginning, but honestly, this movie is carried, in my opinion, by the plot twist. The plot twist is literally what made me even rate the movie that high. And honestly, I maybe would have rated it a little higher because it wasn't bad at all. Just that dialogue. The dialogue, for me, is what definitely holds this movie back from just writing-wise to when the actors are actually speaking the words. It just doesn't sound or convey what they're saying. But a movie definitely worth watching and a movie definitely worth your collection.